Welcome back. Today is a collab video and it is with my friend Jan Van. If you have not been watching Jan, what are you doing? Like, I need you to get it together. So Jan and I have done a couple of collabs before. We often do some kind of look and then some questions, and that's gonna be sort of what we do again today. The difference is that we each chose shades for the other person to use. Now, lovely old Jan chose some shades I don't like. It was very purposeful, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. I have tried to do this video earlier today and I just wasn't feeling like myself. It didn't feel like the look was very me. So I'm just gonna try to chill out and just do a me kind of video. And we'll go from there. We also have 10 Would You Rather questions, summer edition. So we're gonna jump right in. Let me tell you the shades that she asked me to use. And I did choose shades for her. So after you watch this, head on over and see what shades I picked and what look she does. So the first shade that I have to use is Aqua Abyss from Divina Cosmetics. We each chose a shade from Divina. And then we chose to pair that shade with shades from Blend Bunny Blends palette. So let me show you the ones that I was given. I have to use Dream, Chance, and Spellbound. Now the idea is that we can also use other shades if we need to, but we have to use the 4 or however many we picked out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I don't have anything on my face. And I think that's it. So here we go. So for primer, I am actually going to use this Color Fix Matte from Danessa Myricks. It is in the shade Blackout. It's a black shade because since I'm using a shimmer, I do want to have this base to see if I can make it pop a bit more. So while I get this on my little palette here, the first question is, oh, hey Rose. What's up, girl? The first question is, would you rather watch clouds in the daytime or stars at night? So I feel like I would rather watch stars at night. Now, one reason is because being from California, like, we just have a lot of smog and stuff being from LA. So you like get used to not being able to see the sky and the like the stars and stuff. Like you can make out the clouds. That's fine. But I don't really think I truly saw stars and how bright they are until I went to grad school in Missouri. I think that's when I really saw them and I was like, wow, stars are cool. I mean, the type of stars I would see in California were like movie stars, TV stars. That was cool. That was cool. But I don't think that's what this question is talking about. So I would rather see the stars in the sky on a starry night, right? And like see a shooting star or see the, like what are those things called? The constellations and stuff. That would be pretty cool. Let me know what you would decide. Okay, the second question is, would you rather vacation on a crowded beach or vacation on a deserted island? Now, you might think, because I talk a lot, that I would say I totally want to go to a crowded beach. I'd have more people to talk to. It's the exact opposite. I will go my behind to a deserted island. I'm going to go in now with this shimmer. Here's the thing. I talk all day, day. I talk all the time. I get tired of hearing my own voice. Like, I talk all the time because as a therapist, like, well, you're listening a lot, but you're also talking. You're like absorbing energy as well from other people, right? And so I don't want to be around people. I want to be by myself on a deserted island, like Actually, I would have a few people. Can I bring a few people? Because I'm gonna bring somebody who can make me cocktails and somebody who could fan me with like a huge banana leaf. That's all I'm gonna need. And I guess Rose could come. But I can't do a crowded beach. I cannot, I will not. You can't make me. Number 3. Would you rather blow 1,000 bubbles or fill up 100 water balloons? So would you rather blow 1,000 bubbles or fill up 100 water balloons? Here's something you may not know about me. I hate balloons. I hate balloons. I went to lunch with friend. Talked about him in the previous video. I went to lunch with friend, and there was someone having like a little birthday party at the restaurant. And somebody had the nerve, the absolute unmitigated gall, to start popping the balloons that they had brought to the restaurant. I got so irrationally angry. Like, we had to leave. He was like, let's go. Because I was like, I hate them. I hate the balloons. Take the balloon poppers out of here. Like, I hate balloons. I do. I don't like them with helium. I don't like them with human breath. I don't like them with water. I don't like them. So there is no way that I will fill up 100 water balloons. I'd rather not. I would rather just go on ahead and blow 1,000 bubbles. I don't know if that means like this, or if I can use the, the big one, the big wand thing to do it. Whatever it is, I will go ahead and take that. I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is Dream. I can't do it with the balloons. I'm going to tell you right now. Like, when I would have parties and stuff when I was younger, even now, what am I talking about when I was younger? Even now, my family knows, don't bring no balloons. Like, you're going to ruin my entire time if you bring balloons. And that's going to be on you. You're going to ruin the entire thing. How about that? Do you want to do that? Okay. Next we have, would you rather run through the sprinklers or have a squirt gun fight? Now, I would rather run through the sprinklers. Let me tell you why. So, I am always hot. I'm always hot. I get hot and bothered, and not in the sexy way. I get hot and bothered like all the time. I have to like sit down and cool off, or do I have my fan? I don't have my fan with me. Where the fan at? But I have like handheld fans. I have like the standalone fans you can put in your room. I have all manner of fans because I am always so hot. In contrast, my sister, one of my sisters, my second oldest, she is always cold. So one summer, I went home for my birthday, home is LA, and I stayed in my sister's apartment. And y'all, when I tell you I felt like I was sitting on the sun. Like, I was so hot. I was so hot that in her apartment, that I actually started having a panic attack. I took off all of my clothes and I went out the door. Like, I was standing out the door because I was so hot that I was like discombobulated. I put the clothes back on and I went into the rental car I had rented and I blasted the AC because I was like, girl, what do you have this like furnace on? Hell? Like, it was just so effing hot. And that is pretty typical of me. Like, when my family visited one year, it was in the winter. It was in like November. And they wanted the heat on because, they're coming from California. Those little jackets from Sears aren't going to do anything. So, child, they put on the heat and I had to leave. I left and I slept somewhere else. I was like, y'all, I can't take it. It's too effing hot in this house and I want you to be comfortable and I'm gonna go sleep somewhere else outside this house. What was the question? Oh. What am I talking about? Okay, so, sorry, I went off on a tangent. Like, don't be making me hot. So with that in mind, rather than having one squirt of water at me in like a squirt gun fight, I'd just run through the sprinklers. I'd rather just get all the water on me, just soak me up, and we'll be fine because I'll be cooler, you know? All I want you to know is don't come at me with no water gun because we're going to have a real fight. All right, so what's the next question? Would you rather eat only hot dogs or eat only ice cream for the summer? Summer, spring, winter, and fall, I will take ice cream because when I read 1984, that book, I didn't eat a hot dog ever again. So it's got to be about 3-4 decades. Once I learned how the sausage is made, I was like, no, thank you, sir. I don't want it. I don't want it. I never ate another hot dog ever again in life. So I would take the ice cream. Hell, I would eat ice cream every day, all day, every day of the year, if that was, you know, nutritionally sound. But apparently it's not. Now, what is your favorite ice cream? I really like cookie dough. I really like cookie dough. And I also like those Talenti, like gelato. Those are so good. I think there's like a caramel crunch or something. That's really good. But I'll order like from Cold Stone. Hell, I might order today. I'll order from Cold Stone and I'll get one of those classic creations. Cookie, don't you want some? So it's cookie dough. And I don't know what else is in there. I just know it's cookie dough. And I will have them put a brownie in there too. Girl. Because, you know, you can customize it. Whew, honey, child. I think I'm going to get me some Cold Stone. Did I answer the question? Oh, so I would eat ice cream all summer if I had the chance and if it wouldn't, you know, harm my health. I'm going to go in. Did I tell you? I think I used Dance and Spellbound. I think I already used all the shades. Yeah, I'm sorry. But let's add a little bit more. And like I said, we can use other shades too. So what I'm going to do is use this shade here, Nevermore. It is just a black. Definitely liking this better than what I attempted to do earlier. I looked like a clown, y'all. I looked like a clown that had like a romp in the bed and woke up the next morning and still had their makeup on. That's how I looked. That's exactly how I looked. Okay, next question. Would you rather carry around 10 coconuts or 5 watermelons everywhere you go? 10 coconuts or 5 watermelons. I think I would go with the watermelons. Let me tell you why. So I already feel like my breast cysts are the size of like 2 watermelons, like 1 melon each. And so that means I've already got 2. So then all I have to do is carry around 3 more. Like easy peasy, you know? So that's what I would do. I would go ahead and take the watermelons because I feel like that would be easier. I hope they're like smaller melons, you know? Hope they're not too big. Are there small watermelons? I'm sure there are. So I would prefer to do that than try to hold 10 coconuts. They gonna roll. They gonna just roll around. At least the watermelon is like oblong. I feel like those would be easier to like hold on to. So I would just go ahead and do the watermelons. But it would be 3 because I already have 2. I think I want to use another shimmer. I am getting fallout, but that's fine. We'll clean it up in a bit. These are some other Divina shadows that I have. I think I'll go in with this one here. That looks like a pretty color. And I'll put it right here. Okay. Number 7, would you rather have snow cones or popsicles? my initial thought is to go with popsicles, because I feel like snow cones, if someone doesn't make it right, like if they don't get the syrup all the way to the bottom, then you're left with like a whole bunch of just ice with like watered down syrup. And like that, I don't enjoy that. So I wouldn't enjoy that. I would just prefer to get a popsicle. Like, you know what you're getting with a popsicle. And then you can collect a bunch of like popsicle sticks and stuff. So I think I would go with that. I'm going to also go in with this shade here. It's so interesting because they look very different in the camera than they do like when I'm looking at it. So that was number 7. Let's do number 8, and then I'll step off camera and do the rest of my makeup and come back and answer the last 2. So number 8 is, would you rather be outdoors in the sun or inside with a fan? I already gave you my spiel, so guess which one I would pick. I would pick inside with the fan. I don't need to be outside in the sun. Now wait a minute. I do like the sun. I like the sun a lot, but I like a warm sun. I don't like a hot sun. So if I can be out and it's like a nice, like 70 degrees, 72 at the most, I would enjoy that. But if it's hot, I can't do it. Like, I'm just gonna be uncomfortable. I'm gonna be hot and gross. And this is why I question my sanity about my Vegas trip to see Kelly Clarkson. But then I think about, I'm gonna see Kelly Clarkson and I'm fine because I will stand in the heat for you, Kelly. She's not gonna watch this. Okay, what are we doing here? So let me go off camera and clean up this mess, and also we'll go ahead and answer the last 2 questions once I have the rest of my face on. Okay? Be right back. Okay, so we're gonna finish everything up. Number 9 is, would you rather make and serve lemonade to 500 people or hula hoop 50 times? This is super simple for me. I would definitely hula hoop 50 times. Let me tell you why. So, it's not about like that making lemonade is hard. Have I ever made lemonade? So, it's not that, right? It's just the process. You've got to cut the limes or the lemons. You've got to get the right amount of water, of sugar. And I'm sort of imagining doing it in like a vat so that I could have like several batches. Because maybe one vat, would that be like 100? Would that be like 250? So, you know, like just a couple of vats. But still, you have to do all the prep and everything. That sounds like a lot. So what I would rather do is hula hoop 50 times, because you already know I know how to hula hoop, child. What? I'm a hula hooping queen. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but I used to be really good at hula hooping when I was younger, and I feel I could get it back. You know, I could do the little twirling of the hips. And so I would do that. Like, I can do the hula hoop with my hips. I can do it with my neck. I can do it with my foot. Listen, I would do the hula hooping 50 times and be done with it, while y'all still over here making lemonade. All right. And the very last question is, would you rather give sunflowers to everyone you meet or splash them with water? What I really want to say is splash them with water. But then I think, like, wouldn't that be like a felony, like an assault or something? So there are repercussions to your actions. So then I would just give everybody a sunflower. Like, I'm real sunflowery anyway, so I feel like that would totally match. I'd be like, hi, I'm Shawnee, here's a sunflower. Rather than, hi, I'm Shawnee, splashing people with water. So that's what I would do. I would give flowers to everyone. So that is the end of the video. Here is the look that I put together with the shades that Jan picked out for me. I like this. It's really cool. Not like my everyday go to work kind of look. I would still do it though. Like, I don't think my clients will be surprised at all. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Make sure that you check out Jan's video. I hope that some of this was helpful. I also hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment. I love talking to you in the comments. I will be sure to post the questions either as a pinned comment or in the description box, or maybe both, so that if you want to answer, you don't have to answer all 10. If you want to answer a couple, please feel free. I'd love to see what your answers are. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.